Good afternoon. We are here today with Dezman McBride's mother, and you are his aunt. Mr. McBride is the young man that was injured and subsequently killed as a result, or he had a death as a result of being in Jefferson County jail, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask first, how did Desmond end up in Jefferson County?
He was in there on pending charges of his girlfriend. So that's all. He had an aliens bench warrant on pending charges of supposed to have shot his girl, but she wrote a statement to another lawyer saying he didn't do it.
And originally, how long was he supposed to be in jail?
We had to get him a new lawyer because the public opinion was never coming to see him. So he was waiting on us to pay him the money, then he was gonna go talk to Desmond, but we never got a chance to tell him that.
How long was Desmond in jail before the incident occurred?
He went in May the 21st.
And then by the time you all spoke with him again, at what point was this?
I never got to speak to him. They kept telling me that Desmond was asleep. They first told me, I talked to the informant, they said that Desmond had COVID. Come to find out that wasn't true. Desmond had got jumped. Somebody head, but they let some 40-year-old men jump my baby, headbutt him in the eye. And then they claimed they took him to the hospital, but the hospital told me he only went one time.
So they actually did take him to the local hospital here,
Yeah.
or was it just the infirmary inside of the jail?
That's what I heard. I'm not for sure what they did. Because I was told something different, so I really don't know.
And at that point, when did you learn of Desmond's death?
On the 4th, me and my son Marquise Carter were coming from the casino. We had a call. You need to check on Desmond. He's running down the hall. He's boo-boo, and the guards are laughing at him. So we wait till that morning, because they wouldn't let us talk to him that night. So we wait till that morning. I got up by 8. I said, Marquise, get up and check on my baby, because he's my baby.
Mm-hmm.
We called him. They said, well, he's laying right here. He's asleep. We said, we got to call that Desmond is running down the hall boo-booing. They said, no, he laying here asleep. Come to find out, my baby was dead 2 days. He stayed in that cell 2 days dead.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So for 2 days, they let him stay in the cell. No one checked on him, no medical attention.
No, they kept telling me, I'm looking at him. I'm sitting here looking at him. They tried to get smart, they said, well, he's in jail. I said, I know that because I started cussing. I don't want to say what I said, but I told him I know where the F he at.
Right. And at that point, when did they seek or supposedly seek medical attention to even pronounce him deceased?
I don't know. When I found out the coroner, I thought I heard her wrong. She called me on the 5th at 10 o'clock. And she said, this Jefferson County coroner office. I thought I heard her wrong. I said, ma'am, who you say you was again? She repeated it. I said, ma'am, please don't tell me nothing happened to my baby. She said, you have a son named Dezman McBride? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, he's dead. And we went from there. So my sister Cynthia was pulling up. She said, follow us to the hospital so you can identify your son. We get to the hospital, my father, my sister, and my kids. We in the family room. A doctor come out, and she said, we did all we can do. And then I said, well, can I see my son? Can I see if this is my son? She said, ma'am, due to COVID, he's not here. I said, why they had me to come here then, ma'am? She was with me.
So they moved him from the hospital to where?
We went to JRMC, and my baby wasn't there. For 2 days, I didn't know where my son was.
Wow. So
It's been a lot of hearsay. I don't actually have the facts of what really happened, but I've been hearing a lot of different stories.
So the doctors never told you what actually happened to him or what
the jail
caused his
never
death?
even told me what they took him to the hospital. What? But I didn't find out till after my son was pronounced dead on the field. But on the hospital, they didn't know I came. So I had an inmate to call me, knowing he the one put me on the phone, telling me Baker didn't do this deal. it wasn't on his ship. I said, why are you telling me that? I said, I didn't ask you who did it. I said, come Monday morning, y'all gonna hear from me, which would have been June the 7th. I went to the sheriff department, asked for my baby personal thing. He's gone then. Give me his wallet. Captain Adams said you couldn't get it because it's an ongoing investigation. I was walking out the door, and I said, y'all know Baker Kid had something to do with my baby death. Lieutenant Gordon, he read for me like he was finna grab my arm. He said, Baker ain't got nothing to do with it. He said, don't be saying Baker did that. And he reached for my arm. I said, don't ever touch me. And I left, went to the hospital, and I got his medical records.
And what did you find in his medical records?
I really can't, my attorney don't want me to say too much. I really can't do it. But it was just a lot of wrong stuff.
I understand.
Right now, I don't know who to say at fault, but I know a lot of folks say in the jail didn't take my baby right to the hospital. Right. He was crying for help. They said he was holding his stomach in his head. Tell him, please, call my mama. He said, I need to go to the hospital. They let him boo-boo on himself. They said Lieutenant Baker and a couple of others laughed at him while he boo-booing, his organs shutting down. Right. My voice shaking now, sorry.
No, it's understandable.
But other than that, that's all I know. Right now, that's all I know.
So we're here to bring awareness so people can be aware of what happened to Desmond. And at this point, what would you like to see done?
I would like for them to be held accountable. Keep for them. I want justice for Desmond. I don't want no mother to have to go through what I've been through. Desmond, he had his flaws. Desmond was he was a father. He did everything he could. He did carpentry work. He was a good child. I want justice. That's what we want. Me and my family want justice. But we're not going to stop till we get it. Desmond is no longer here. I'm his voice. And I'm not going to stop until I get justice for my child.
Yes, ma'am. So here in the coming months, you do have legal counsel. And so at this point, they're going to be working very hard to see if they can get the correct answers. There was an autopsy performed on Desmond, correct?
They said they don't have enough on him. I don't know what's going on. They saying they don't have enough. They haven't ruled it as nothing. Like I said, he was an 18-year-old child. Went in as good health. Nothing wasn't wrong with Desmond when he went in that jail.
Well, we're going to get your story out. The viewers are definitely going to see it. We will be thinking about you and praying, and we hope that you can get all of the help that you need to find out exactly what happened to your son. The aunt, do you have anything to say about Desmond?
No, I think so. I can't be talking right now, so.
I understand. Well, we're happy to do this for you and have your voice speak for Desmond. Sorry. From mothers all around, we sympathize with you, and we really hope that you get justice. Thank you for speaking with us today.